And we are live again. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday, irrespective of your location. A very warm, happy Sunday to you. So, this is the Item of Agility platform, and as usual, we share content based on our experience, and we expect that you do the same. You reciprocate by utilizing the comment section to communicate your own experience as well. So, in this platform, the content we're sharing here is all about agile, and that is for the larger population to be able to leverage from our experience if you see the need, of course. And we also will appreciate that you have the like that you're also able to. So while you're enjoying our content, just keep in mind that we are also learning. So it's an opportunity to learn. So we create content for agile consumers, agile practitioners, and we also want to be able to leverage from your own understanding or your own experience, pretty much. Like I always said, it's a learning game, right? So we learn every day. There's no day that I will say, okay, I have all the knowledge that I need in this life. No. So I continuously learn, and I am very excited to come out here and equally share the knowledge as well. So feel free, anything regarding Agile and its frameworks, any questions you have whatsoever, if there's anything that you want us to talk about, just make sure you use the comment section for that, communicate that, and we'll do our due diligence to go through the comment section and then pick the one that is probably of like highest priority and make sure that, we're creating the content for you so you can be able to benefit from that. All right. On that note, I want to take a moment to say a big thank you to our returning subscribers, our viewers. Thank you and thank you again for everything you do. We love you and we'll continue to love you. We're here because of the effort or the support you're showing us, and we cannot take that for granted. So thank you so very much. Please ignore my background, okay? Just don't pay attention to the background today. All right. So I get a whole lot of questions about agile job trends, the market. Is it sustainable? Are people actually getting jobs? I get a lot of those questions. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. Do people actually get agile jobs? Like of recent, do people still focus on agile jobs? Are they actually getting something out of it? All right. A simple answer to this question is yes. It might be shocking, but yes, people still get agile jobs. They still get agile coach role, they still get scrum master role, they still get, any other agile role, right? Maybe release train engineer and the rest. Yes, they still get these roles. But now the thing is, it is not like it used to be before, right? This is a moment or a period where the least effort you used to put in before and you're able to get you're able to be scheduled for an interview. This is not a section right now. Like right now you have to increase the amount of effort, and it is not just the normal thing that you used to learn before that you're going to focus on. For instance, yes, we know that a scrum master is not supposed to be technical. We know that a scrum master, you must not have or you must not be so savvy in this technical area. But hey, today you actually have to learn. Somehow you have to learn something, and it must not only be in a technical domain, just out of your scope. Just learn something different, because the market now is kind of competitive, and it's not just in the agile field only. It also has to do with other fields, maybe the other domains in IT. So it's not just in agile that maybe things seem to be a little bit difficult. um, so other IT areas as well are also experiencing this same kind of issue. So just to tell you that if you are someone that is looking for an agile role, or maybe you've been looking, just know that you're still doing the right thing. However, you just need to increase the effort a little bit. In fact, not just a little bit, increase the effort actually. I want to be sincere, I want to be very truthful in this case. You have to put in the effort. Remember that job application itself is a full-time job that you have to put in your best. And I'm not talking about easy apply, you. I'm not talking about easy apply. I'm talking about the actual application, like going to websites, investing that time. Have you ever spent like more like 10 minutes or more just to apply to one company? That is what I'm talking about, not the easy apply that we normally do. Because with the easy apply, you might not even get, any response from them. You might not get any answer whatsoever. You might just get an acknowledgement that, hey, okay, we've seen that you've applied, but that's about it. And that's not what we are looking for. We're actually looking for the opportunity in which, once we apply, we're getting a response, or maybe you'll be shortlisted for this role, or maybe we'll decide to move forward with another candidate. And I know that a lot of us at times we get, things like, okay, we can't move forward with you, we decide to move forward with another candidate. So, and some of us become, demotivated by things like that. It is normal as humans for us to be demotivated when we don't get what we are looking for. But the most important thing is to keep challenging ourselves. So there are jobs out there. Absolutely. Yes, there are jobs out there that is waiting for you. The jobs are waiting for you to apply. But now the question is, are you willing to put in the effort so you can secure these jobs? Because the jobs are out there, but are you willing to ensure that these jobs are yours fully? So there are a couple of things that we can do to make sure that we are also getting our job offers, because there are definitely jobs out there, but just like I said, I feel like yeah, like I said, we need to put in the effort. The effort we used to put before, that is not the case nowadays. Like, you need to put it way more, way more. I'll start off with, I recently uploaded a video, or I made a video about how to go about this current situation in the job market, because things are competitive and you want to make sure that you're one of the top candidates. And once you get that opportunity to be scheduled for an interview, you want to make sure that you are putting in your best. So gather your materials as much as you can. Make sure you know the materials to your fingertips, and make sure you're comfortable. You have that confidence to talk about the knowledge that you know about. So it is very, very important. If you want to take maybe you can go through some of the videos that I recently created, and I think it was like 1 hour plus video. I did outline a whole lot of things there. And hey, we have a whole lot of help right now, which is the AI tools. We have different AI tools that are there to help us. One is with our resume, because you need to have a resume that is outstanding. And whenever you are applying for a job, you want to make sure you're customizing your resume to suit the job you're applying for. You don't want a situation where you're kind of all over the place. They are looking for specific skill set. Take a good look at your resume. Is this what you have? And probably you omitted it from your resume. All right, this particular company is looking for this skill set, and you know that you have it. So why not include that on your resume if actually you have the true experience? So make sure every companies you're applying to, you're kind of customizing it to suit the need of that particular company, because that's what they're looking for. And you have it. So why limit yourself? So resume is one thing, and it needs to be solid. Solid in the sense that it needs to have what they are actually looking for. So tailor that resume to the companies you're applying for. So whatever is on your resume, make sure you digest it. Make sure you know what is on there and that you can talk to it. Because your resume is yourself, right? No one knows you better than you know yourself. So your resume is you. If I just pull your resume and I ask 1 or 2 questions, you should be able to answer them, because it is your resume. That is you. Now, another thing is job platforms. We have different job platforms you can apply to. For instance, we have LinkedIn, which is the one of the common that I believe almost everybody knows about it. LinkedIn is very important. You want to make sure you're subscribing to their premium. If you want to fully leverage, the benefits of LinkedIn, make sure you subscribe to their premium. It's very, very important, especially for those that are looking for jobs, because it's another way that recruiters can easily identify you, and then they can actually reach out. Hey, okay, there's this job opportunity. Are you available? Are you open for it? Work on your profile on LinkedIn. We have several videos on YouTube that can help you to ensure that you have a clean LinkedIn profile. So make sure you're leveraging that, and that you're standing out pretty much. We have areas for, like, headlines on LinkedIn, areas for you to talk about your skills, areas for you to talk about your companies that you've worked with, areas for you to communicate your summary statement. So it is something that we see it to be small, but it is that's so it's of high importance. The earlier we deem it as of high importance, the better, because little things like that counts a whole lot. So you want to work on your LinkedIn profile, make sure it is rich enough. If you need help, there are definitely videos on YouTube, and I believe that we are equally going to be creating maybe a video to talk about this particular LinkedIn, refining our LinkedIn profile, so that we are able to be seen out there. So we are gaining traction pretty much in the job market. So your LinkedIn has to be good. Another thing with LinkedIn is make sure you are engaging in on posts, or make sure you're equally posting as well. If you can, why not? Make some little posts, and we have AI tools that can help with that. Go to ChatGPT, for instance. Tell them to write you something that you're looking for, like that probably you want to post about, and you're going to get a whole lot of information, and you can just use that information and post it on your LinkedIn profile. And make sure that at the end of it, or you are asking a question as if like trying to engage people. You want people to engage on that post, so make it to be like a question, like, what do you think about this? What is your idea? Have people to interact. Then other people's posts on LinkedIn, make sure that you yourself, you're interacting. You want to be engaged, because that is how, based on your engagement on LinkedIn, that is how people get to look you up. Oh, who is this person? This person made a comment on this, and for some reason I've seen a couple of a couple of posts that this particular person has been responding to. So who is this person? When they look you up, that's how they can actually sometimes get to you regarding specific job opportunities that they have. So you want to make sure that you're just not passive on LinkedIn. Make sure you are active. All right. So another thing is, once you're shortlisted for that particular position, please take it as your first and your last, irrespective of the role. And whatever role that you're going to be shortlisted for, is probably something that is already on your, like something you applied for, or is something that you probably have on your resume, or is something you actually have the skill for. So once you're shortlisted, take it to be your first and the last. Going into that interview, make sure you're ready. Make sure your elevator pitch is top notch. Like, once you go there and they tell you, oh, tell me about yourself, just crush it, because that is actually a point which takes the interview further. I know of some interviews that after they ask the candidate, okay, tell me about yourself, once they gave the elevator pitch, that was the end of the interview. You don't want that kind of situation. So for you to know that there are still jobs out there, if at all you can do the things I have communicated about today, which is work on your resume, make sure that it has pretty much everything that is out there that jobs are looking for. And I talked about tailoring it. When you see a job, like a job description, there are specific things they're asking for. So make sure your resume has that. And make sure each and every company on your resume, you have a little bit of communication around what you do there, like a headline pretty much, like, for instance, we are working on this, is the project we're working on, and this is what the customer use it for. Sometimes things like that can be very catchy to recruiters, or hiring managers. They love to hear things like that, and they will actually want to hear more from you. And once you're given that opportunity for them to hear from you, please say the things that you know, and say it well, because it's actually it's a privilege for you to be shortlisted. A lot of people are looking for these opportunities, but they don't have it. Hey, and if you've been shortlisted, hey, see yourself as a champion and make sure you're making the best use out of it. Make sure you're making the best use out of it. And another thing, when you go for an interview, And I'm talking based on experience. Okay, so when you go for an interview, so this is actually my experience, or maybe some candidates that I have had in the past, like students. When you go for an interview and you ask a question, just make sure that you're answering the question you're being asked. Don't be all over the place. For instance, they're asking you about your name. You're talking about, oh, my parents live here. I came from here. What has that got to do with the question they're asking you? So be straightforward. If they ask for if they ask a behavioral question, give a behavioral answer, and you know how to go about it using the STAR technique. And make sure there's a stream. So you make sure there's a thing. You like in areas where you actually have to talk about what you did. Make sure you're talking about what you did. Don't always say we did, we did, we did. No, they want to hear what you did as an individual. So if you're talking about, okay, I collaborated with my team and did this, make sure that there are areas for you to equally talk about what you as a person you did, because they want to hear things like that. That's why they want to hire you in the first place. They are not hiring you because of what you did your with your team. Oh, we did this, we did this. No, it's not always all about we. Yes, you're working as a team. It's a collaborative effort. But what did you do? What was your contribution? Why should they hire you? So that is very important. And never leave an interview without saying, or for instance, they ask you, do you have questions for us? Some of us will say, oh, no, I don't have any question. Thank you so much. This was an amazing interview. Really? Amazing interview? No. Always make sure that you have 2 to 3 questions to ask, or even more. Have 2 to 3 questions to ask, because interviewers love candidates that are very engaged in an interview and they are willing to learn. And you asking these questions means you're interested. It shows your interest. Read about the company's the company as well that you're going to be interviewing for. Because truth be told, I've actually gone for an interview and I was asked, okay, what do you know about this company? And hey, what if I had not read about this company? That would have been a red flag. So read about the company, make sure when before you go in, you have all your things in place. And before the interview starts, make sure you are relaxed. Go into that interview like you're going to have a conversation, not even an interview. Because sometimes people get, you know, I say they are frightened? I think that's a very huge word. So sometimes people don't feel too comfortable, right? Knowing that, oh, I'm going for an interview. Hey, it's just an interview. It's either you're going to have the job or you're going to learn something from the interview. So you actually have nothing to lose. So what are you shaky about? So another thing that I always suggest to people that reach out to me once they are going for an interview is start with an icebreaker. It's just like you want to have a retrospective with your team, and there's need for you to actually start with an icebreaker. Get people engaged. Throw something out there. Oh, what is your weather like today? Or you talk when you ask that question, you can talk about, okay, like for instance, me, I live here in West Virginia, for instance, and my temperature today is this. It's really nice and warm. Oh, how about yours? So you just want to get people engaged so you can take away any nervousness in you. Because you don't want to go into an interview with nervousness, and maybe before the interview even started, you realize you're talking like a robot because you're not comfortable. So yes, to answer that question again, there are jobs out there. The job market is not as stable as it was before, but there are still roles. I mean, there are still jobs that there are companies that are actually looking for you, but you just need to put in the effort. The same effort you're probably putting into your job right now is the same effort that you need to put in when applying, because it's a full-time job, right? Especially applying to company websites, not this easy apply kind of stuff. Make sure that you have so you have accountability partners, for instance. Connect with 1 or 2 people is very important. It's going to actually do wonders for you, trust me. Have people that you can connect with, when it's time for you to go over the job description, or answer certain questions. Just randomly go through interview questions and then be able to answer them, and make sure you yourself, you are taking the opportunity, like take the lead in answering these questions. Because what you were comfortable seeing, let's say 2 years ago, and maybe you've not had another interview for some reason, you are not going to be as comfortable. Even maybe in this about 6 months ago, right? You're not going to be as comfortable as you were before, because you've not taken an interview for the past 6 months. So you just want to refresh your memory again. So have people that you can connect with. Even if it means them just listening to you, you want to do that. So that is what we have to share with you today. And please, if this is your first time, do not hesitate to please subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to activate the notification bell so that whenever we go live, you're gonna be able to get a notification and you can jump in. And in the future, we actually like a situation where people can engage. So either you can call, some sort of contribution. We want to have that engagement throughout the lives, and most of our content is actually going to be live. We are not going to be creating video and then uploading like we used to do before, because we are doing it raw. We want it to be as raw as possible and want people to engage as much as possible. So if you're that person that you're probably looking, or maybe you just feel like sharing your own experience about this particular topic, or any topic that we create, please feel free to do that. And thank you so much. Do enjoy your Sunday and hope to see you on the next content. Thank you so much, and bye bye.